Hello, everybody, and welcome to Forever Rugby on Forever Sports and a Varsity Cup final for the ages. Congratulations to the Northwest University Eagles from Potchefstroom, who are the Varsity Cup champions. They managed to hang on for dear life against a UCT Ikeys side who I think are going to be very, very special in the next year. Because I'll tell you what, they are so good to watch and so many good players there. And they almost managed to do it again. They came back many years ago at the same venue as well, from 18 points down to win the game. They almost repeated that feat again tonight. In the end, going down 27 points to 25, just 2 points in it. And what an absolute corker of a semi-final, of a final. And it just goes to show that I think the Varsity Cup is one of the biggest and most important competitions in this country, and probably by far the most entertaining. Before we look at the game, please do smash like on the video. Please do subscribe to the channel as well. It was a really good start for the NWU Eagles, and they scored 2 tries in the first half. They had a lead at halftime, and things were looking pretty good for them. And UCT Ikeys in the first half, they had a couple of good moments, but just didn't really grow into the game. Just weren't very accurate, and they were only kept alive thanks to a very reliable boot in left wing into Makaza, who kicked at 100% percentage throughout the match. What a performance from him. But in the second half, we saw the entire tables turn, and the UCT Ikeys came and put on a phenomenal performance. And, you know, credit to the NWU Eagles because they had to make a lot of tackles. I think by the end, they must have made about 180 tackles. UCT lost that game because they butchered 3 tries, to be perfectly honest. They had 3 opportunities where the try line was ahead of them, 2 knock-ons, one where they had 2 players, nobody in front of them, 10 meters out, and a player kicking it dead, for example, where all you had to do was just tap it a little bit, pick it up, and dive over. They should have won that game, could have won that game, but it was still a very impressive comeback from the Ikeys. They got within 2 points. They had a scrum in the 22. There was then a knock-on call, which I don't think was particularly fair, but you've got to ride your luck sometimes. And the NWU Eagles, despite having maybe 10-20% possession in the second half, just weathered the storm and just defended. And a shout-out to Santino Tino Swanepoel, who scored a magnificent counter-attack try completely against the run of play. And that was the winning try in the end. So it's amazing how the Ikeys switched off for a moment. One moment, Swanepoel took that opportunity, ran in a try, and that has proven to be the match-winning try. Look, they could have put them away a bit better. Zinedine Robertson was kicking at, I think, 50%. I think he left about 6 or 7 points out there tonight. So it could have been a bit more accurate off the tee, which would have meant the game wouldn't have been as close. But, at the end of the day, they did enough. Big shout out to that front row, Ruben Duplessis, Vernon Paulo, Ruan Sampi Swechers, who is the NWU Eagles captain. They were really good in that front row battle between them, the Thunder Waji, the loose set for UCT captain, Keegan Blackenberg, great game, Brian LaRue. That front row battle was probably one of the best battles of the evening. Other notable performances, he has been awarded the man of the match. Renard Kroos, look out for him. He was absolutely brilliant. The number 4 lock for UCT was absolutely relentless, played the full 80 minutes, carried it up, got over the line all the time, almost had a try, and then a couple of very good cameos. And I think Jack van der Walt, I'll tell you what, remember the name, because in the 15 minutes I watched him, I thought he looked like the best player out there by a country mile. For NWU, as I said, impressive performance from Santino Tino Swanepoel, former SS7 schools player. Watch out for him. He's going to have a very bright future ahead of him. I think that the front row from the NWU was very impressive. I thought that David Hayes, once again, the UCT flower half, was very good. And I think a lot of their second half resurgence came with them getting more involved. They started to control the game, and they kind of just camped out in the NWU half, who had no possession in the second half. But it's all about taking your chances, and they did take their chances when that fell to them, and that's been the difference in the end, is the fact that they took their chances and then they defended, and they just stopped Ikeys from scoring, and the discipline was pretty good. They didn't concede too many penalties in the sort of latter stages, where had they conceded a penalty in the last 10 minutes in the half, I really would have backed into Makaza to have kicked it over. So discipline was also impressive from the home side. And in front of the home fans, what an absolutely brilliant occasion for them to win. But for me, the biggest winner is the Varsity Cup. Another tremendous campaign, a brilliant final. It was really cool to do a watch along. We'll do a lot more of these next season. So if you are new to the channel, thank you very much for joining us. We'll see you guys all next year. But before then, we'll see you over the week and this weekend for some URC and Currie Cup action. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Stephen, and I'll chat to you soon.